Hey everybody, welcome back to the Deplorables podcast, episode number 3. And today is a special episode because we have our first official guest, RTF Assassin. Say hello, RTF Assassin.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah.
Oh,
That was the most pitiful hello I've ever heard in my life. Hello.
I had a sore throat.
One of our members is a little sick, so he's not going to be to his fullest today, but that's okay.
Physically and mentally.
What? Let me ask you. When is he ever though? Just asking for a friend.
That you have a very valid point there, honestly. Well, we was all supposed to have a fourth today, our fourth official member, but he did tell me earlier he's having some stuff going on, so I don't know if he's going to be late or if he'll be able to show up at all, but hopefully if he doesn't show up today, we'll get him on by the next episodes. But, alright. Let's go ahead and kick this thing off with some questions. You boys got any questions for him?
Why RTF Assassin?
Why RTF Assassin? So I've had this gamer tag on Xbox. It started when Xbox Live first came around on 360. I played Assassin's Creed, so I just went with Assassin because Assassin's Creed and then RTF are my initials. So
Yeah. It's pretty simple. I like it. Oh. Wait, are you still into Assassin's Creed?
yeah, I've played them all except for Rogue, I think. They rebooted the franchise recently, which I like the newer series except for like the first two. But yeah, I still play.
Oh, you didn't like Odyssey?
I liked Odyssey. No, I did like Odyssey. I haven't played Valhalla that much. I do own it, but I haven't played it very much. And my least favorite is going to surprise a lot of people because it's usually their favorite, which is Black Flag.
Oh, that does surprise me. Oh. What did you not like about Black Flag?
It's too easy, man. Way too easy to play through. Just murder people, go into towns and just kill everybody and then leave. I just think it's too easy. And the fact that
children too, right?
I mean, yeah, obviously. Why would you?
Just like the United States Army.
But you don't really get. There's no challenge and he's not really an assassin, through the whole game. He's just a terrible person killing people. So.
Fair enough.
I mean, he's trying to stop. He's trying to stop, the bad guys, but he's not really an assassin himself.
Yeah, I guess I understand that.
Deadpool with a pirate sword.
That's right.
And I guess, too, about that time as well, they didn't exactly brand it as their new generation of Assassin's Creed games. They were still branding it as, like Assassin's Creed 1, 2, and 3, how it's...
Right, continuations,
actually,
right?
Yeah, and it kind of came off as like, well, this feels like a pirate simulator less than an Assassin's game.
Well, I mean, the storyline is you're playing through Desmond's memories is where that comes from. So it is tied to the games a little bit, but again, it's like I said, it's just not the same game as the other ones. 3 wasn't bad. Most people hate 3, so I don't know.
It's awful.
What do you
That's
not
the
like
American
about it, Cody?
one, right? That's the American one, right?
It is. American Revolution.
Yeah, it's awful.
I have no input. I've never played any of them.
Don't play it.
Wow.
It sucks.
It's not that bad.
It sucks.
Yeah.
Why does it suck?
The storyline's convoluted. It ends the entire storyline. Like, that's supposed to be the end. It lied in the cinematics. You don't really do anything cool. I was kind of interested in the first part because the twist in the beginning was okay, but
I guess I like the main thing I guess I liked about it was like the combat and the parkouring and how they changed it. They changed it for the better, in my opinion.
Well, it's like the first one that you can do stuff like in trees and everything else. Most of them were just building climbing and all that. The actual gameplay itself was really nice. But yeah, I'm kind of with Cody. The storyline was really it was really hard to follow in some spots and back and forth, and I didn't really like it much.
You have been desynced for not skinning a rabbit.
And then I'd say probably close to my least favorite. Other least favorite would be Syndicate, and I didn't like it at all.
Oh, I didn't like Syndicate either. I've tried so many times to get back into that game, and I just cannot for the life of me finish it.
Yeah, same.
Is it called Brotherhood, the one where you get your own little clan that you operate?
Yeah.
Is that Brotherhood or Unity?
Well, Brotherhood. I mean, we're talking two. Well, no, yeah, two is or three is Brotherhood technically. The third one, it's the second in the Ezio storyline. Is that what you're talking about, Cody?
The one where you find the Apple of Eden and you're like, you fight the Ottoman Empire, like remnants.
Yeah. Is it the one in?
Yeah, that's
oh
true.
yeah.
That's Brotherhood.
That's the Janissaries. Well, I like that one. I lost all my assassins in one ambush.
Man, it sounds like you suck.
They were all high level too.
I have that one, but I never got into it that much. Is it actually like pretty good?
Yeah, except like one mission where you have to parkour running at a wagon. It kind of is frustrating. Other than that, yeah, it's pretty solid.
Yeah, Brotherhood's good. Revelations is probably my favorite in the Ezio trilogy for sure. That's a really solid game.
Nice. Well,
and historically, Italians were allowed to visit.
Yeah, those beginning ones too. They had a lot of freedom to go with the story, because now they've done so many different points in history. They have to be very careful with how they do the story, so that way it doesn't convolute other stories or mess up something that happened in a previous one. There's so much they have to look into to make sure it ties into everything and they don't ruin something that it's got to be a pain writing the plots for these games.
You're right.
I do know that they at one point were pondering around a World War II based one.
Didn't they think people would get offended by it?
No, they messed up their storyline really bad. FDR and Hitler and Stalin and Churchill were all, and whatever the French guy's name is. Well, basically every leader during World War II was a Templar, and it just created a Templar civil war. And then the spies were the assassins, obviously joining the Allies and not the Third Reich.
Gotcha.
Because freedom. It was the whole point that they were all rich kids, and then they became leaders. So they were like, "Oh, look, isn't that a reference?" Also, FDR did vacation before he got bullied for being a cripple in Nazi Germany.
Wait, what? He got bullied in Germany?
Yeah. Why do you think he hated Germans? He had a personal vendetta. It's a big thing about why he was so angry about the war and everything.
Huh.
Well, recently there's been a lot of debate and discussion about how good the Allies actually were. Like Operation Market Garden and such.
I mean, to be fair, though, that was the biggest war that the world had seen. So, I mean, people were going to do anything they could to get on top.
It's the British. No, it wasn't that. It was the British mainly trying to get their name wrote down and get promotions. Like a lot of stuff that wasn't necessary for the war effort or poorly planned.
Well, next question.
The current politics. Well, he did this.
Well, how did you get into streaming?
So that one's, I don't know. One day I was just sitting around and decided I would like to stream. I feel like I'm a pretty funny guy, pretty entertaining in some cases. I love playing video games, which you have to have that base to start off. And then and at the time I was playing Destiny pretty heavily, and I in my clan I was always teaching people, or carrying them through raids, stuff like that. So I thought it'd be nice to be able to stream it, and so people could see it and help people in that manner. Just go a step further on raiding or a step further on teaching and helping people achieve what they want to achieve, I suppose. And then it's just about having fun, and all that good stuff. It's a lot more in depth than I thought it was. It sounds easy on paper to say, I'm going to start streaming. But once you get into it, you're getting your setup and all that. And spending a lot of time and effort in getting it established. There's a lot of grinding in there. And so definitely just a lot of it is just based around just helping people do what they want to do in video games.
Nice. Yeah. Ever thought about doing like a YouTube channel add on to it? Maybe like clips of your streams or anything like that?
It's a very well timed question. Actually, I have had a YouTube channel for some time, but I really haven't done anything with it. I just recently started. I think it was this week. Yeah, the 30th. I posted my first video, like actual streaming video on it. It's something that I'm going to dig into pretty heavily is YouTube. I just started a TikTok, and just trying to get views, trying to get as much views and stuff as I can get.
Nice. So you're really branching out then.
Yeah, the thing with streaming is you got to know people. You have to know people. It's so important that you can stream all you want, but if you don't have anybody to stream with or to play with and stuff like that, people don't generally flock to that. It's just a guy playing a video game at that point. So you really have to branch out, connections and stuff like that. So
yeah, I guess I understand that, because I guess on Twitch it's not like YouTube where like you watch a video and like there's a bunch of recommended and all this other stuff. I guess Twitch, it's more just so you get on there and you find who you're going to watch and you watch them.
Right. Yeah, and like I stream on Twitch. I've streamed on Twitch more often recently. I stream on Facebook, probably equal parts. Facebook, to me, honestly, it's not as murky. The waters aren't as murky because you're not as many people stream on Facebook because it's Facebook, right? So I find that I get more views off of Facebook, but more reaction from Twitch. Like I don't have as many views. Like the most views I've ever had on Facebook or on Twitch was like 47 views, I think, on one video. But like I've had thousands of views on my Facebook Twitch or streams. So it's how people view it opposed to like people viewing it, right? So like if they scroll through it, it counts as a view on Facebook, which is kind of hard to track. It's kind of hard to see where you need to focus your time and stuff like that. Where Twitch, you can see if they click it in the game or outer source and things like that. So there's good parts to both of them. The problem with Twitch is there's just so many people streaming. So
yeah, it's essentially just become like over cluttered almost, I guess you would say.
Right.
Just people flocking to it, and a lot of people too, they probably don't even really put much. This is not me saying you don't. I'm talking about you. I'm saying in general, people probably, it's like you said, that people think, oh, you sit down, turn a camera on, and you play some video games. That's easy enough. So there's probably all these people coming in, putting in like the minimum effort, and they're just start complaining about why they're not getting any views and other things like that. And it's just so many of them on there.
And a lot of people do the wrong things, follow for follow. That's big on Twitch. It helps you get to a point, but when you like to get from affiliate to partner, you have to have established communities or you'll never get there. You can have 50 followers, which is a bottom requirement, but 50 requirements or 50 viewers doesn't meet your other 3 requirements that you have to do, which is like average 3 people watching and stream for like 3 of them are super easy. The grindy part is if you don't have those people actually watching you, you'll never achieve affiliate. And if you're not have those people watching you to get affiliated, then you'll never hit partner. So people make it sound easy. Yeah, you can stream from your Xbox. Doesn't mean you should, but you can.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you want to put time into it. You have to put the time. You have to put the effort. You have to be willing to grind it out. It's not easy. Some people, people watch streaming for two reasons: to be entertained or to watch somebody kick ass. That's really about it. I mean, and if there's not one of the two, you're probably not going to have, you're going to have a hard time until you kind of establish yourself there.
Right. And I bet consistency probably has a lot to do with it as well.
Yeah, consistency, absolutely. I work a full-time job. It's kind of hard to be consistent because my hours fluctuate. I would love to be able to work a job to where it was steady and I can, from 5 to 8, this is my streaming time, Monday through Friday. I would love to be able to do that. That way I can get more consistent views. But yeah, just a lot of people that I've talked to, communities that I'm in, just talk about how it is so important to just be consistent. Be consistent in your content and what you're trying to do, and be consistent in your times.
Yeah, I could tell you, I know YouTube and Twitch, they're definitely not the same on how they reel in their views, but one key factor I could almost always guess would come into place would be that consistency, because in the beginning when I started my YouTube channel, I had maybe like a few views, and I know for damn well fact that it was just people that were just friends trying to support me. But then 10 videos later, I finally start getting some more that's up there, and as I uploaded at least twice a week, the more and more I uploaded, I just noticed it just gradually just kind of went up. And even if I didn't even think I was making the best of a video sometimes, I still just noticed that constant uploading helped get things out there. Because I don't know how Twitch works with this, but I've noticed with YouTube how it works is the more you upload and the more active you are with it, the more YouTube is likely to say put a video of yours recommended in the side of a video that has something to do with what you're talking about, or that it thinks that somebody who's watching a lot of the same category as videos you make will watch. The more you're active on your channel, the more YouTube is likely to put that there, because generally YouTube isn't going to want to put videos out that came out. I'm not saying this always happens, but it's not usually always going to want to recommend a video that came out 10 years ago or something like that. It always wants to give people fresh stuff to look at. So the more you're putting out, even if it's complete garbage, if you're just uploading constantly, you're more likely just to get seen just from that consistency.
Right. And streaming is a lot of the same way. Talk about the best way to get views is just be on every platform that you can. I don't recommend streaming on 2 platforms because it's hard to do. The thing for me is I'm on the fence right now, either Facebook or Twitch. And Twitch I like, Facebook I like Twitch I like because I have a lot more backing there. I only have 100 followers, but I have active followers, where Facebook I've got almost 300 followers and they're not as active. I have more of a backing on a small number of people. But the thing with Twitch, where I'm affiliated, I have to wait 24 hours to produce videos or quick shorts and stuff. So it's hard to juggle that, because I'm I can't do anything with this for 24 hours. That means it puts all my content 24 hours behind, which once I get some saved up, then it won't be as difficult. But with Facebook, once I'm done streaming, I can jump into straight editing videos and putting out shorts and small highlights for TikTok and stuff like that. So the thing with Facebook that I think is what they do is great. Starting off, they put you in a boost up program, and they boost you up and just promote the shit out of you for 30 days. And it's just any video that you're watching that's streaming related, your video will be in that feed. So it's really cool that way, and helps you try to build your community early on. I was dumb when I did mine, and I didn't stream as much as I needed to, and I wasn't as consistent as I needed to, so I kind of missed that window. But it was still really neat. I mean, be a small streamer getting 1,000, 3,000, 4,000 views on a video.
Oh yeah, I bet that's like really encouraging too to like keep going.
Right, 100%.
Shoot, yeah. You other boys got any questions?
I do know that YouTube's big thing about the whole activity, because the YouTubers that I do watch, a lot of them are about kind of bullying the channels that just upload every day for basically children. But it's the idea that you're constantly uploading, therefore there's constantly content for people to binge, watch more ads. YouTube gets more money, because you got to remember, they're a business. They have to make money somehow.
Yeah.
If that even was able to be heard, my voice is going out.
Oh no, I heard you fine. Brandon, you got anything?
And you'll also notice that they're all pretty safe.
Honestly, yeah, and that's a topic I wanted to bring up here in a bit too with good old YouTube. I'm sure a lot of you guys already know what I'm talking about, but we'll save that for the topics section.
One more question.
Yeah.
What do you feel like is your fans' favorite game to stream?
Honestly, I've got two different types of crowds. I've got one that likes Call of Duty and one that likes Destiny. I don't have, and some people just like to watch me stream. I don't know why they do, whatever. I'm not going to knock it by any means, but yeah, I have more of a backing in Destiny, probably, I would say, because a lot of my clan watch me stream, or they'll whatever, hey, can we do this? So I'll join up with them and we'll run a raid or something like that. But I would say Destiny would probably be my strongest content.
Oh, nice. Have you streamed Destiny in a while?
I streamed, I don't know, probably a couple weeks ago. I haven't played Destiny in forever. I've been grinding out Vanguard and Call it and Warzone and stuff.
Fair enough. Speaking of Vanguard, how are you liking Vanguard? Because I know there's a big mixed reaction about it right now.
I went into Vanguard with a clear mind. Wasn't excited about it. I wasn't like, oh man, not another Call of Duty. I just kind of went with an open mind. I actually really enjoy it. Super fun, gritty. I mean, it's like it's really gritty, like a World War II game should be. And it's just, I think I like it a lot. I would say it's Modern Warfare 2019 is one of the recent better ones, and I would say it's right up there with that. I mean, it's really good.
How's the weapon customization? How in depth is it?
Actually, this is the first game that I've played that you can maximize your gun to whatever you want to. There's 10 attachment slots, and you can attach 10 different attachments on each, like 10 items, different items that you can attach. And that's
all right. I'm buying Vanguard.
Doesn't that make it more difficult to fight other people, though?
No, I don't think so. I think that honestly, it levels the playing field a little bit, because now it's more just about the gunplay instead of the attachments that you use on the gun, instead of the other way around, where if you could put certain attachments, it made the gunplay super non-relevant because you can just have the best attachments on it. Now everybody's got the same attachments.
I was to say, because that's a big thing in Warzone when I used to play. Because if you had just one wrong attachment, you're screwed.
I mean, there's some pretty rough ones, but I mean, honestly, you can choose not to put an attachment on it. Like there are some guns that I won't use the mag on it because it drops the bullet velocity or it drops the damage range or whatever. I just won't put a mag on it. It's your choice at that point, but you have the ability to put 10 attachments on.
Nice.
Now, does maximizing your attachments also decrease your movement speed?
It depends. I mean, there's so many different types of attachments. You can base it off a hip fire movement speed build. You can do a long range damage build. I mean, you have a lot of flexibility when it comes to your loadouts and stuff on the game.
So that was an improvement in Modern Warfare that I really liked, was they really updated their customization system.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
And the
I
gameplay.
really right. I think like Warzone, or not Warzone, but Call of Duty Modern Warfare, it took it a new step, and then this one takes it one step farther. I feel like, and it's got zombies on it, which a lot that I know excites a lot of people, and for different reasons. That's not too many of the other games other than Black Ops have zombies. It's a different zombie mode, but it's the same zombies. Same preface it.
Sweet. I've thought about giving it a try, but I don't know.
I would wait. I'm guarantee you they're gonna have a free weekend when the new map for Warzone drops. I almost guarantee it they're gonna have a free weekend. I would wait to try. If you're unsure, I'm not telling you to buy it. I would definitely wait for like a free weekend, download it and play it then, and see what you think.
All right. Yeah, that's actually a much better idea, because I've been so just because I keep. And there's another reason that's got a bad rep right now, and it has nothing to do with the gameplay. But I've heard a lot of people just complain, it's the same Call of Duty. But then I've heard other people say, well, it's the same Call of Duty, but it's a more perfected version of it. Like, they fixed a lot of it. I hear two different sides of the story constantly, and I've never been like a massive like I like Call of Duty, but I've never been like one of the people to buy like every single one that comes out and play it like until the next one comes out. Like, that's all you play. Like, I've never been one of those people, so I don't know if it'd be something that I would get my money's worth out of buying.
That's a fair point. I mean, honestly, Call of Duty is Call of Duty, but they're all different in one way or another. I didn't play Call of Duty. I think Modern Warfare 3 was the last Call of Duty that I purchased. After that, no, I take that back. I bought Black Ops, the original Black Ops. And then after that, I didn't play. I didn't play Call of Duty. Didn't want anything to do with it. I hated the game because it was literally the same regurgitated crap over and over and over again. So I get that side of it. But then when Warzone came out, I bought Modern Warfare and played it, and I thought, man, this is a completely different game. Like, it's fun. It's you can do a lot of different stuff, and that's where I started playing again, was in 2019 from that. So. I would say that if you're unsure, don't jump into it. But if you're got an open mind, I think you'd be all right.
Now, sounds like something I might like then.
I'll tell you, Cold War. I hate Cold War. I hate that game so much, and I bought it because there's the only way I can really level up guns and stuff for Warzone and stuff. It's easier to do that way, but I try not to play that game as much as I have to.
What's so bad about it?
I just don't. The gameplay, it's so arcadey. It's just. I mean, obviously it's a video game, so it just feels like you're playing an arcade. Right. And I just don't like that. Just don't like that.
You should see the side-by-side comparison to Modern Warfare. They cut out so much stuff.
What do you mean?
They did a side-by-side comparison of like reloads. Cold War is so lazy with their there's one specifically, a rocket launcher. When you shoot it, he just kind of shakes it a bit, and then magically it's reloaded. But in Modern Warfare, he actually slides in the explosive and actually rears it up onto his shoulder again.
Right.
So they kind of just quickly regurgitated it out just to get another COD out, pretty much.
Yeah. Which doesn't make sense, because they now it's there's 3 different companies, Sledgehammer Games, and then you have Infinity Ward, and then oh my gosh, Treyarch. So you have 3 different companies. So you have 3 years to work on the game essentially, and you can't put out a good game. I mean, that should tell you. You know, like Infinity Ward went back after. I think they do World War II. Was it, I think so. They went.
Yeah,
I think
I believe so.
after that they went back to the drawing board and just rebuilt the game. You know, it was almost like Modern Warfare 2019 is this generation's Modern Warfare or Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, because that game revolutionized first person shooters, man. That game got me into first person shooters. I hated first person shooters up to that point.
The OG Modern Warfare.
Yep.
Same. I remember staying up 3 days straight just playing it.
Well, to get on to recent events and still staying on topic, another decent explanation for the decline that companies faced in recent years. Have you heard about the news lately with Activision?
I know they've had some legal issue, but I'm not really sure to that effect. No.
Oh, so you need a rundown, don't you?
Yeah, please.
So basically, for years now, it's kind of been allegations, basically rumors, because nothing legally or nothing's been proven to happen. But for years, they've kind of been known to have this problem of the women who work there was coming out and saying, you know, that they was being harassed and whatnot in the workplace. And it was a repeated thing. But there was never any evidence, no legal actions were ever taken. So it was kind of just shied off as, oh, well, they must have just got fired or something. And they're just trying to put the company down a little bit. Well, about 4 months ago, somewhere in that time span, official statements from the state of California started coming out from an investigation they were doing that there is in fact several sexual harassment charges being thrown at specifically Activision Blizzard. It's Activision Blizzard portion. It was only thought to be Activision Blizzard at first, which, you know, has nothing to do with Call of Duty. That's World of Warcraft and all that. But there's basically what was going on is just the employees there were, from what I remember correctly, they would play a game where they would crawl under their like little cubicle desk, and they would just like look up the skirts and like grab their legs and whatnot, and just see who could go around the office doing it faster than the other ones, and just crazy shit like that. Which it sounds made up, and that's the reason it kind of got shied off for so long, until they actually, a full, thorough investigation was done, and tapes were pulled, and all this other stuff, and sure enough, shit like that was going down, and a lot of people got fired, and a lot of people were fined and got in trouble and whatnot. And everybody kind of thought that was the end of it, you know, they cleaned up the scumbags, you know, the president of Activision, or whatever, the chairman, or whatever his name is. The guy at the head of Activision came out and, you know, gave a speech about how, you know, they're sorry they let this go unnoticed. They're going to do what they can, you know, start being more inclusive. You know, they support, like, women and women being powerful in the workplace and all this. Well, fast forward to this month, and it turns out that for years, in all the divisions of Activision, including, again, the president, chairman, whatever you want to call him, Activision, he has been scooping these things under the table, not letting it get out, hiding it to keep it away from the board of directors. And so when everybody finally gets a hold of this information and they think something's going to be done about it, and they think they're getting ready to put out a statement saying they're firing the man, the board of directors keel over and stick to his side and say that he's done nothing wrong, nothing that you've said has happened here, none of this is going down, we stay true to our words, and all this other stuff. And so there's a massive boycott of Activision going on right now, and people's mixed reaction on the new COD doesn't help to start with. So it's not going good. Their stock went down like 20 or 18%, I think, in the day this all happened. Something crazy like that. It went down a lot. But there's just so many allegations coming out from that place, and the investigation just keeps coming out more and more. And it's just getting to a point where, like, it's only a matter of time till, like, really high up people in Activision probably start coming down with it. And in that case, nobody really knows what's going to happen, because these are the people leading the company. If anything happens to these people, whether you like how they're doing the games or not, if somebody else is put in charge of all this, nobody knows what's going to happen to the future of COD. That's the main thing people are looking at right now. I mean, I hate
progress or degress.
Yeah, it's either going to turn to shit or somebody's going to step up and make it better. Nobody knows. Nobody even knows if the president will even be punished, basically, if he'll even have any lawsuits coming at him, because again, the board of directors themselves are keeling over and defending him. And the main thing I see behind that is this is the same guy who's been behind Activision for years and years now. And no matter what way you look at it, he has earned that company a ton of money with the way he's led this company. And in the end, they're going to do what they can to keep him there. Whether or not he's a bad person or not, he clearly knows how to run a company. And they're going to keep him there.
It doesn't matter either way. As long as they're reeling in a crap ton of money, they can get out of just about any situation.
Honestly, the best thing for them to do is get someone that he's tutored and have him replace him, so he gets essentially the same leadership, but it won't be a guy that's going to cost you a crap ton in lawsuits, like publicity, your actual income, having to pay all these law bills and stuff.
See, that's what a lot of people thought they were going to do. When the board of directors was coming out with a statement, a lot of people assumed that they was going to say they're replacing him with somebody, and everybody was shocked to the fucking core when they came out and said that he's done absolutely nothing wrong and they're standing by him and all this other garbage. That was the initial mark of the boycott people are coming up with, and the drop in stock. That was the initial thing of it, because, you know, if the board of directors aren't even going to address the fact that he's a scumbag, who's going to do anything to him? You know what I mean? Like, what's the point?
Well, I mean, I the thing is, like, if it's truly that bad, you know, cancel culture is so popular nowadays, they won't have a choice. It'll be out of their hands if really, really serious allegations come to light and that are factual. They won't have a choice. The choice will be out of their hands. You know, you see it with actors and movies and head coaches of football teams, things like that, of stuff that they've done in the past that's come to light that is like, for example, not to try to change the subject, like John Gruden, all these emails he had pop up from 10 years ago when he wasn't even a head coach in football, cost him his job. You know, I mean, it's stuff like that. They're not going to have a choice if allegations come to light that are damning to him as an individual.
Right, and that's something I always assumed would probably happen with it. But then you also got to turn around and think, how often do these video game companies do some of the shittiest things, and they get away with it because it's a video game. Whether or not people know they did something shitty or not, they'll just brush it off within a month or two because they want to go back to playing that game. And it happens constantly. Look at EA. Look at how far EA has came, and look at everything EA has done to piss everybody off over these years. And look at how they're doing now. They're fine. There's probably been 3 or 4 times between Battlefront 2 and the Loot Crate system, Battlefield 5 and its launch, everything that's happened with EA. And every time these same people say that they're done with EA, they won't touch another game, they're not giving them another penny. 1 month from them, and it's like they forgot they even said it, and they're right back to playing every EA game they were playing before. Because they just don't care. They just want to play the game. And I feel like it's going to be the same thing here, especially since it's COD. People are just, they may say they're not going to buy the game now, But then they're going to see their favorite streamer playing it, or they're going to see their friends playing it, and be like, oh well, it's been whatever. I'll buy it, and then they buy it, and then they just completely go against what they claimed they were going to do.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's true, and especially like Activision, like EA and Activision, they have so many different branches and so many different smaller companies that work for them, and you think Call of Duty, but there's Diablo, there's World of Warcraft, there's, I mean, I'm sure I'm missing several, but there's several games other than Call of Duty, maybe not as big a following, but some of them, like World of Warcraft, have cult followings almost, so
Oh yeah.
And those are the people you'll never scare away, because they don't play it because it's an Activision game. They don't play it because they love the game. They really enjoy the game, and that's a lot of the people, the sheeple. That's what they'll do. They don't care who it's produced by and what kind of bad stuff that they've done. It's all about the game itself.
Oh yeah, half of these people, you could tell them that the entire game was slave labor by a team of Asian children in a sweatshop, and they tell you they don't care, and they're still going to play it because they just don't.
Well, it's all about that high. They get their fix.
Yep.
Shit, yeah.
Awkward silence.
I blame you. You've not said anything this whole time. Okay, you've said like 10 words at the max.
I remember something EA did.
Are you better than last time?
$70 for a game they released last year, and they just updated the roster.
You sure that was EA and not
Sports.
2K?
EA Sports.
EA Sports is bad. I haven't played. Madden used to be my favorite game, and I haven't purchased a Madden in about 5 or 6 years, because it's literally the same as it was 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah, they just literally copy and paste the same game, except maybe add like a couple of new people. Like,
well, that's the thing. Like, that's the thing. Like, you can totally download current rosters on the team, so it doesn't even make sense to buy a new game. Like, I can hop on Madden 2018 and download a current roster from today. Why would I purchase?
They shut down the online. After like a year or two.
Are you sure?
Some of the older Madden games, they'll shut down the servers. That way it forces you to buy the newer ones. Because what they'll do is have a set amount of servers that they run for their games. And what they'll do is they'll just take the old servers, just completely kill them off, and then use those servers for the newer game to force people to move on.
It might be easier on PC, but I know consoles it kills them completely. If it's even on PC, I know that I think about it.
Yeah, it is on PC.
Alright, because you can make your own server, illegally, quote unquote.
I want to make a statement right here, and I want everybody to know this. We cannot talk about any of this without mentioning 2K. I want to say it right now. I hate 2K. That is the shittiest company that exists. I don't give a fuck what Activision's doing. I don't care how many people they raped over there. 2K's worse. I'm going to tell you why. So EA, right? They do the shitty stuff with their servers and whatnot. They pump out the same shit every year, but they do more than just their sports, right? They have more than just their sports. They do, like, Battlefront, Battlefield, all this other shit. 2K does nothing now. They do nothing except pump out NBA and WWE every year. And what is it? It's not only just the same game every year. Not only is it that, but it is the shittiest garbage you will ever lay your fucking hands on. I swear to God. It has become so...
your game.
Dude, it is the laziest fucking shit. WWE 2K was so bad in 2020, they actually fucking skipped 2K21. They didn't even fucking bother. It was so fucking bad. And like literally they will charge you right now. You can look it up. You can look it up right now. You can go to whatever store you buy your games on. Look it up right now. You could try to buy, like, say, NBA 2K12 or some shit, and I swear to God, you will be paying a full $60 price for it. They don't lower the price of any game that's ever came out. And what blows my mind more is they shut the servers off for a game the second they release a new game. They shut the server off for the previous year, so you cannot do anything with that previous one. And when they shut the server off, you can't download new characters. You can't download any, like WWE. You can't download movesets. You can't download custom characters. You can't import custom things to make custom characters. You can't do shit with it. You can't play with your friends. You can't do nothing. And they shut that down instantly to make you buy their next shitty game they came out with. And it's the same every year. They don't fucking add anything. And again, it's different with EA. They have their sports company part of it, but they still make other games. And they still do pretty decent making other games. 2K does nothing. They made what? One Borderlands game, and it took them like fucking 8 years to make, and it still turned out to be an overrated piece of trash. It can't even hardly run on an Xbox One S. Like, literally, what is it?
Do they own Civilization rights? Like the game Civilization?
They probably do. They can make what's it fucking called? I love the fucking games. What is it called? What is it? Fuck.
What's the game based on? I'll try to help you out.
A city. You're in a city that's it's like a dystopian city with like people with like enhancing themselves with powers and shit. Bioshock.
Oh, yeah.
They make Bioshock, and they haven't done a goddamn thing with Bioshock in over 10 years. Because all they're focused on doing is pumping out the same shitty fucking games every year. They don't just copy and paste. They literally
Bioshock is honestly a really good game, too. I've played a couple of them. But honestly, they could probably keep pumping some of those out, and people would still play those, because Bioshock was a very good game, in my opinion.
It is. Everybody agrees it is. Yeah, they do. They own the rights to several handful of games, but they only make the same two fucking games every year, and they can't even manage to fucking make those two games right. They literally make a whole whopping 2 games. A whole 2 games, and they can't even fucking make them run properly. It is the most pitiful thing, and what pisses me off more is, it is quite literally a copy and paste. They are just copying and pasting whatever they did the year before over, and somehow during that whole copy and paste progress, they just shit all over it and make it worse. It blows my fucking mind why anybody supports this company and why anybody actually doesn't talk about it more often. Everybody always immediately wants to go after EA, and yeah, I understand it, but why is 2K not the talking point when it comes to this shit? Like, seriously.
I have
One cares.
They don't produce the big shooters. That might be why.
Yeah.
Because Call of Duty, Battlefield, what's the third one?
Halo?
Yes. Halo 5.
One.
I remember Halo 5 started a war.
Oh, dude, Halo 5. I liked Halo 5, but at the same time, I know that a lot of people.
Master Chief. It's the Master Chief thing.
Yeah, that's probably the only reason why people bought it, but I've heard a lot of people's opinions on it, and they said it was probably one of the worst ones they made.
It's boring.
I've never played 5.
It's just dull. That's the only real problem with it.
Campaign, shit. Multiplayer is actually like some of the best. Besides Infinite. Infinite's out now, and Infinite's fucking amazing. But up until Infinite, Halo 5's multiplayer actually has been my favorite Halo multiplayer. But the campaign is actual dog shit.
Multiplayer in Halo 5 is like it's pretty on point. Like, I enjoy playing Halo 5 multiplayer as much as I do like Warzone and stuff like that. It's just fun to me.
One problem I know for a fact that people are complaining about, because I'm a fan of something where they're doing the exact same thing at this moment. They love the old, and unfortunately for them, something new and better came out, and they don't want to admit that it's obsolete. Master Chief now is obsolete. He's a super soldier that has a better version out now. No one's gonna sit and go, well, we got one 35-year-old man. He's our only hope. Don't make any more.
He kicked Locke's ass. You're wrong. He kicked his ass.
It's Master Chief. He has more experience. I'm talking about a new line of Spartans. They need a new line of Spartans to survive in the world.
They have him, but it's just Master Chief's just still more of a badass. He always will be.
Spoilers.
No.
That's not a spoiler. It's obvious. Dude, in Halo 5, you literally play as a new line of Spartans, the ones that don't need to be enhanced. They made it to where they're just in a suit. Because, like, the original Spartans had to be enhanced and all that shit. Like, Master Chief's generation.
I also forgot that
Cars
Halo
versus
5's been
Mustang.
out for, like, 3 years at this point.
Dude, it's been out for, like, 6 years or some shit. It came out in, like, 2015.
It's basically the same argument as classic cars versus modern day supercars.
It's a fair point.
You know, they love
It's
it because,
all-
that's what they had.
Yep. I agree with that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love old games. There's a lot of old games I'll go back and play. But, man, the graphics. I remember playing, like, I don't know, Madden 2005 and thinking, man, there's no way they're going to beat these graphics. These are the best graphics I've ever seen in my life. And then now you look at it and like, oh, my God, those are terrible. How do they
That's what,
That's what I say about PS2 games.
as a kid, it's just like, oh my God, this is peak. This is the peak. And then I went back and played some recently. I'm like, dude, this literally looks like play. It looks like Play-Doh.
It's like, what is it? Metal Gear Solid 2. I love that game. It's one of my favorite games of all time. And go back and play it now, and he looks like it looks terrible. It's awful. So blocky. So that's awkward to play. I'm like, oh, what did I get? It's like ruins the nostalgia almost because the game is just so awful looking.
I went and played like Guitar Hero 2, I think it was, and a really old game, Spartan Total Warrior. And I mean, the second one I said is its graphics were pretty good for its time. It's still pretty decent. Guitar Hero, oh god, I don't even want to get into that.
Have you guys ever played Destroy All Humans?
Yes. Oh god, dude.
They remade it, but the original it didn't hold up.
Yeah, I'd imagine not.
It was like the stuff I thought was super great when I was a kid. I look now and it's like, wow, that is crap. That is literally just a JPEG.
Oh, there's a PS2 game. I think it's called Worms TDM. Oh my god! I went back and played that, and I could not make out the it was so blocky. I couldn't make out the worm to the map itself. Like there was no distinction between the two. Like you could press every single button imaginable on the freaking controller, and there's just nothing. There's nothing.
Shit. Well, boys, we're approaching the last about 10 minutes of the podcast. We want to go around the Thanksgiving table here and share with everybody something we really hate or like here recently.
Sure.
Alright, who wants to go first?
I will.
Alright, go ahead.
It ties back into the whole Master Chief being replaced thing. It's not the most recent anymore, but I, for one, this is an unpopular opinion within the community, I actually like the new 40K Space Marine generation.
Oh.
They're just better. It's that's what everyone has a problem with. It's just better, and the guy who made him's a pretty interesting character. Like, he's like technically blasphemous, but he's so intelligent and great that no one can really go against him because he's just that powerful. But he's like technically a heretic under their religion.
Nice, nice.
So half of them want to kill him, and the other half want to simply tolerate him.
Nice.
It doesn't hurt also that he literally has the the leader of a million worlds, as his right hand.
I don't really know how to add on to that, but nice.
I know it's not the most.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's an obscure thing, I know, but it's the only thing I'm into right now.
No, we're not making fun of it. It's just I just really don't know how to add on to it.
They basically killed everything else I liked.
Well, let's go next.
I'll wait and go last.
Oh, you're going to go last?
Yeah, I'll go last.
I'll go ahead and go. I, for one, obviously me alone, nobody else in this group, have been hardcore back into Fallout 76. Me alone. Absolutely nobody's been playing with me.
Yeah, sure, you alone.
Yeah, me alone. The only
To get my
person
caps.
Yeah. Well, when I say get back into it, I mean, in all honesty, I mean, I actually have people that play with me now and don't, like, quit when I help them get to, like, level 40 or 50. They just quit and don't play it anymore. Like, I actually...
I was half tempted. I was
Yeah,
half tempted.
I know you were.
Like, I grinded it out so freaking much that I was just like, dude, I can't physically play this game.
Hey, look how far you've come, though. You're, like, what, a level 75 now?
Yeah, something like that, give or take a couple levels.
Yeah, Cody's, like, what, a 125?
I'm fucking sweat.
133.
133?
Don't get it fucking
I'm a
wrong.
sheeple.
I've boosted myself up a good bit too. And actually at 7 o'clock I'm excited because I'm getting a certain weapon. I'm not going to say it out loud in the podcast because if anybody who plays the game and it's like a big ass, what would the word be? One of the people who think that certain people shouldn't be allowed to have certain weapons in the game because they were removed for a reason. If one of those people are here listening, I'm not going to say what the weapon is, so they're not bitching in the comment section. So
The term is
just
crybaby
know that I'm making a deal with someone on here later, and I'm getting a weapon I'm really excited to get. So there's that. Hey, quit it, Liam. I'm excited for that though. So I
At
pretty
least
much
name the price.
I'm
Rich McGee.
20k caps and 8 bloodied legendary weapons. That's a general idea of what I'm getting.
Expensive.
Expensive stuff.
Right.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
I won't play. I tried to play it like 3 times, and I couldn't get into a server, so I never tried again.
You probably tried when the game first came out. Then it was pretty.
No, it was like, I don't know, probably 6 months after the game came out.
Yeah.
yeah, that's considered.
It took them over a year to fix it.
Yeah.
So I just quit and didn't even try. Lost my interest at that point.
I came back because I heard Microsoft bought them out, and I was thinking, maybe they made them fix it. They did.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest. I'm only playing it because the other two are playing it.
Yeah, he's not a Bethesda boy.
I like it now. I like the game now because I'm into it. But before I was just like, I have it downloaded, but I'm not playing it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
heard
slow in
that.
the beginning.
Heard that. All right, so my turn? Question mark.
your turn. Yeah, it
Yes.
can be something you like or hate.
I'm not much of a hater, so actually just recently got into New World. I downloaded it, bought it, and downloaded it for like Black Friday. It's really enjoyable game. I was really surprised with the customizations and how the level up system works and everything else. I'm level 17 or 18, I think, so I'm still fairly new into the game. There's a lot of stuff that I can't do, but just how you level up and all the different tiers and stuff of stuff you can is pretty sweet.
Now, is that game on Game Pass?
No, I bought it on Steam.
I think it's
Is
a
that-
PC exclusive, isn't
PC
it?
It's PC. Yeah, it's PC.
Oh,
Only,
okay. I'm thinking of
Is that
Outer
where you're finding
Worlds.
the
I'm
8 of-
thinking of Outer Worlds.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well-
I've seen gameplay of the new worlds, and I've noticed that it's PC exclusive, or else I would have got it for console already.
Is that the one where you're like the pilgrims basically looking people and you have to fight the natives of an island that basically turn into these monsters with their magic.
Ish. It's got it to me. It's got a very World of Warcraft beginning because you start off on a beach and you're just kind of like filling out this new world. You crash right at the right before you get to the shoreline, and then there's all these shipwrecks and stuff on the beach, and you have to go around and just like kind of gives you the little tutorial on how to do what with where and how and stuff like that.
Is there still a Black Friday sale on that on Steam?
Look, I can look real fast for you.
I'd say not. It's been over a week now, hasn't it? Since technical Black Friday.
Well, some of those have them like. I don't think that there's a sale on it. Let me look. I don't know if I'll be able to. Top sellers.
Oh, critical.
I think I own because I own it. It won't show me.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, because if
It should still show me. It's 30. It's all $39.99. I mean, it's not real super expensive.
I'll probably buy that.
I think I bought the ultimate or whatever. It's like $10 more. I think I paid like $37 for it.
It's not bad.
Oh, I might get that. I've been needing a new game to play on my PC. I've been having the problem of like not getting on my PC because I don't know. There's not really been many PC exclusives I've been wanting to play, so I've been looking for a reason to get on there. But I think I found my reason.
So, and I know this is like totally off subject, and I apologize. I'm hijacking a little bit. Just a real quick question. So, you all are console players, or you play a little bit of everything?
A little bit of both. Everything.
I was primarily a PC.
Yeah. I've been the last year, I think I bought my PC about a year ago. I was strictly a console player. I cannot play on console anymore. So I just wonder how you like I can't motivate myself to go back to my console because of the graphics and the load times and everything else are so much better on PC. How do you cope with that, I guess?
Actually, I don't mean to sound like a braggart, but playing on the Series X is a big experience. Different.
Yeah. I mean, I'd imagine so. I had Gen 1 Xbox One, so it was like a big brick that would move really slow.
Like right now, I've actually been kind of just like fiddling on 76 while we've been talking, and just like to put it in perspective, 76, it's basically Fallout 4. Think about your Fallout 4 load times and Skyrim load times and whatnot. If I were to fast travel from one side of the map to the other, and again, remember, this is an online open world. I've counted it. It takes up to 3 seconds for me to fast travel.
Pretty cool.
For 3 seconds. And to get into a game from the menu, it takes 8 to 10 seconds sometimes, just depending on, where I'm loading into, like if there's an event going on in an area. But ever since because Cody actually got the Series S first, and when I saw him like start playing it and saw his load times and the fact that we would play together and me and Brandon would be loading in and he was just running around doing shit, I was like, okay, I gotta get a fucking upgrade, man. Like,
I did not choose them at all.
Like, it was ridiculous.
I still have the original Xbox One. So they get through probably like 30 enemies killed by the time that like we'll all teleport at the same time, and they'll have like the entire areas cleared before I'm even.
I
haven't even loaded yet, and they're already.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, 100% get it.
Like,
all right. Sorry.
Oh no, you're good. You're good.
Awkward silence, part 2.
I was going to let you talk.
This is your time.
Yeah,
sure.
Brendan.
Wait, who's supposed to be talking?
Well, I guess thing that
Game and
I
award, it's your
dislike
turn.
is the people that are not subscribed to this channel.
Ah,
I said it.
They're
Be
deplorables.
that guy.
I
Yeah.
have to agree, man. I have to agree.
They're all sussy bakas in my
Oh,
eyes.
chill out.
They are a bunch of sussy- You're on this channel, you fucking dumbass.
Hey, let's talk about the merch.
What merch?
There is no merch. It's a
Oh,
lie.
merch is a live shirt coming out now.
That's funny.
Yes.
Check us out
We should
on
do that.
totallynotabadsight.com. We won't steal your data, I promise. Steal your data.
We don't have any other bad sites, but I'll tell you what you can do to deal with some bad things. Raid Shadow. No. No, for real though.
Surfshark VPN.
Clearly, we don't have many. I have my YouTube channel, which you're already on. I got an Instagram. I got my Patreon. You know, Cody, Brandon, they got a YouTube channel. Rick here, he's got. You got a lot. You got a lot. You got a lot of links.
Name it
So
and he got it.
yeah, I mean, I don't have everything. I don't have MySpace anymore. That died a long time ago.
Yeah, no one
That's not the fact that you have to use MySpace as an example of something you don't use is fucking bad.
Guys, right now, if you simply follow RTF Assassin on Twitch, he can actually eat. His wife won't let him eat unless he gets 20 Twitch followers tomorrow.
I'm 100%. Yeah, I'm starved. You can look at me and see that I'm starved. It's crazy. I don't
He's as
ever
skinny as
eat.
Taylor Swift.
Hey, we don't need to be bringing Taylor Swift up.
But yeah,
She's ugly.
you can follow me on TikTok, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, you name it. I got it, except for Snapchat. I don't have that. That's the only thing I don't have.
Yep, everybody go follow him. I'm gonna put as many of the links in the description as I can for everybody's stuff. It's gonna be a list clearly. You know what? Is there a link I could put in there for you that would be able to help
think if you
direct
just-
them to everything else? Like if they click on that link, would they have the option to go to everything else from it?
I need to get a link tree. I don't have one. Let me see what I can do after we hop off here, and then I'll send you a link.
I was
Okay.
gonna say if really, I'm pretty sure you have everything on your Twitch, don't you? So if you just link them over to your Twitch, you've got all your things there. Technically.
I have Twitter and Twitch. Yeah, I think in YouTube as well. I think it's all there.
So the main ones at
If-
least.
Yeah, those are the main ones.
Spicy toast glasses.
Like I said, I'll look and see if I can just do a link tree real quick, and then send that link to you.
All right, sounds like a plan. Well, it has been about that time. So, hope everybody enjoyed today's episode. I was glad to have you. Glad to have you on the show.
Appreciate you the invite and the fun times.
Oh yeah, all the fun times. All the fun times. Here on the Deplorables podcast. Well, hope everybody had a great time, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.